So, hello friends. So, how are you? I hope you are doing well. So, in this video, we will talk about JavaScript functions, or we can say JavaScript methods. Okay. So, why JavaScript function is needed in any programming language like JavaScript, Java, C, C++, Apex, or whatever the other programming languages, Python. So why do we need the functions? Okay, and what is the functions? Okay, so we need to discuss, and this is the very important part for any programmer. Okay, if you are working in any IT company, okay, so and you are working as a programmer, as a developer, so that is the most important part in the programming. That is the most important functionality, you can say, that is a function. Okay, so you need to understand, okay, how to use, what is the purpose of functions, okay, what is the use case, and how to declare, how to define, okay, and how to use in the actual programming language, okay, in the actual code. Okay, so in this video we will discuss about the theoretical part, and we'll discuss one more example. Okay, but in the next video we will discuss depth related to functions, and we will show you, I will show you that how to use in the programming, okay, with any examples. So here I have some bullet points here, so you can see JavaScript functions. So basically, what is the function? This bullet points is indicating that what is the function. Okay, so there are too many ways that you can define. Okay, so here are some bullet points. Okay, that we have used, right? A function A function is a reusable block of code that perform a specific task. Okay, means a, a function. What is the function? A function is the block of code that you need to write to perform a specific task. Like that, suppose you want to write sum of two numbers. Okay, multiplication of two numbers, okay, division of two numbers, okay, a subtraction of two numbers. So how many uh, specific task you are performing? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So there are four specific tasks. Okay, so you can create a function, like there are four functions you can create, and in every function you can write their logic, like for addition, for subtraction, for multiplication, and for division. Okay, so every method that is performing a specific task. Okay, means here a function is a reusable block, okay, block of code that perform a specific task. Okay, so might be your confusion. So let's here go to here, remove that. This is the synthetical part we have used to take a screenshot. Okay, so here suppose we means a function is a block of code that perform a specific task. Means what does, okay, means suppose add, okay, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, there are four specific tasks, na? This will add 2 plus 2. Okay, this will perform 2 minus 2. Okay, this will multiply 2 cross 2. Okay, and this will uh, divide 2 by 2. So they are performing a specific task. This is performed addition. Okay, this is performing subtraction. So you can create four four functions like efficiency, and this is a functions add. You can you can give here two parameter, okay, like number one and number two, okay. You can give, so this is the, and now you can return retur and return number one plus number two, okay. Means here control z, sorry, control c, control v, control c, control v, because this is the case sensitive na, so we are using capital and small, so this will throw error, okay. So here you can like same for subtraction, name change subtraction, okay. Number one minus number two, sorry, number one minus number two, same multiplication, mul, number one cross number two, okay. Like that again you can, for divide you can add na divide, so you can number one minus, so that a function is the block of code, whatever the block means you can write a lot of code inside the here, whatever the as per requirement, okay, you can write your statement here. So I have only need to add for two numbers, so we are adding and we want to return, okay, from, so that we are using, so that you can see here that four methods we are creating, okay. And we are, and now subtraction, okay. So आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं ना कि there are four methods, okay, we have used for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and that every method perform every separate task, means perform specific task, means this is performing addition, this is performing subtraction, this is performing multiplication, this is performing division, and also this is indicating that what we are doing, this, what is the function and what is the purpose of this function to create. So this is indicating that we are adding two numbers here, this is indicating that we are subtraction between two numbers. Here we are discussing, this is indicating that, this is representing that this method is multiplying between two numbers, and this is for division, okay. So you can understand now here that a function is a block of code that perform a specific task. A specific task means that you can add a specific task, means like addition, for addition that is a separate function, for multiplication subtraction that is a separate function, for multiplication and division that is a separate function, okay. So that is saying, okay, कि a function is a reusable block of code that perform a specific task, okay. So here suppose if suppose I want to add two numbers, okay, 2 plus 2, so you can add, we can call and we can add 2 plus 2. Suppose I want to add 3 plus 3, so you can call this and method and this will add 3 plus 3, whatever the number you want for addition, 3 plus 3, 3 plus 4, 4 plus 5, whatever you can pass the values here, and that will perform the specific task and return. So that means this is the reusable code, okay. This is a reusable code for subtracting also, this is the reusable, you can pass two numbers, 1 plus 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 3, whatever the number you want you can pass and you can get the output, okay. Means this is the reusable code, okay. So how to reusable here, suppose I am removing only, I am adding control z, okay, control x, okay, so control z, let's comment this in, okay. Here suppose here console 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 dot log, okay, here, and call add, okay, add and pass to 2, okay. Same here, control v, and suppose I want to add 2 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 3 plus 3, I want 10 plus 2, I want 20 plus 2. Okay. So you can see now we are calling same method, okay, same functions again and again. Means that is the reusability. Means same code we are using, but only we are changing the values. Means whatever the parameter we have added, okay, that values we are updating, okay. Means and but perform this is the, and suppose I want to add without a function, so every time we need to write the logic na, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3 and so on. But the function is performing same task, specific task, okay, and only we are changing the parameter. Let's run here. So you can see here 4, 5, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 5, 3 plus 3, 6, 10 plus 2, 12, 20 plus 2, 22. Okay. So you are able to see that, okay, that how to reuse the function, okay. So that is in saying a function is a reusable block, okay. Means here this function method we are using in a, we are calling again we have called 5 times, okay, with the changing of the values, okay. Means we are reusing the code, okay. And reusable block of code that perform a specific task, means that is performing addition, okay, that is a specific, okay. And suppose same we want, so we can call subtract, and we have updated, we have update the values, and then we can call subtract method multiple times, okay, for some multiplication and all these things, okay. So that is saying a function is a reusable block of code that perform specific task, okay. Now, I think this is a clear, okay. Here, second bullet point, function are self-contained modules of code that accomplish a specific task. Means this is the definition also, and same things we can define like that. The function is a self-contained modules of code that accomplish a specific task. Or you can say a function is a set of statement that when called perform a specific task. Means saying a set of statement, okay, when it will execute, means when it's called, means here we are calling na, you can say here we are calling, we will discuss that what is the calling, what is the definition, what is the uh, declaration, function declaration, okay. But here we are calling, once we call then the function will execute, okay. Here we are calling add, you can say function method, function name add, and whatever the parameter number one, number two, we are passing the two parameter here, okay. So once we call the function then it will execute, otherwise it will not execute, okay. So that is saying a function is a set of statement that when called perform some specific task, okay. So that is also correct statement. A function is a reusable block of code that perform a specific task. A function is a set of statement that when called perform a specific task, okay. A function is a block of code which only runs when it calls, means that is same we are saying कि अगर ये फंक्शन ब्लॉक ऑफ कोड है, जब तक कॉल नहीं करेंगे ये फंक्शन तब तक ये एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा। तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे कॉल कर रहे हैं मल्टीपल टाइम्स, मीन्स वी आर यूजिंग द सेम फंक्शन, ओके। सो वंस वी आर कॉलिंग द फंक्शन then it will execute. So that is saying a function is a block of code. Block of code means the curly braces start and curly braces and whatever the code, that is called block of code. Okay, runs when it's called. Okay, a function can call as many as you want as per requirement. Okay, means a function can be called as many as you want. Means हमने क्या किया, हमारी जो रिक्वायरमेंट है उसके हिसाब से हमने 5 टाइम्स कॉल किया। हम अभी चाहें तो और भी कॉल कर सकते हैं और वैल्यू हम चेंज कर देंगे, और भी हम कॉल कर सकते हैं, यहाँ पे हम वैल्यू चेंज कर देंगे 29, 73, 30, 100, 200, as many as you want you can call. So you can see here na, that is performing addition, okay. So that is saying a function can be called as many as you want, as per requirement, as per your requirement. ठीक है, जितनी ज़रूरत है जितनी रिक्वायर्ड है, जितनी ज़रूरत है आप उतने टाइम फंक्शन को कॉल कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, तो दैट इज द definition, okay, of function is a reusable block of code, and that perform specific tasks, means we are calling and we are reusing again and again. Okay, you can see here we are using again, we are calling add and parameter is 2 plus 2, then again same code we are using for this, same code we are using for 3, and 3 same code we are using for 20 plus 2. Okay, so that is a reusable block of code that performs specific task. A function is a self-contained block that accomplishes a specific task. A function is a set of statement that when called that performs specific task. A function is a block of code which only runs when it calls. A function can be called as many as you want as per your requirement. Okay, so that is the definition. Okay, you can define that function, what is the function. So I think this is the clear for function. Okay, now how to declare the function. Okay, how to define the function, what is the syntax. Okay, so here you can say syntax. You need, if you want to define or declare the function, so that is the, there is a function keyword. Okay, suppose in the previous video you have already discussed that you want to declare the variable. Okay, so you need to use a let keyword or where keyword or constant keyword. Okay, suppose here you want to you want to declare the variable, so you need to use let name. Okay, and let name and whatever the name you want. Okay, Ramlal ji, etc. Okay, so for declaration of variable we are using let keyword. So same that if you want to declare a function or define a function, you need to use function keyword. So that we are using a function keyword. So this is indicating we are declaring or defining the function. Okay, so here that function keyword you need to use to declare or to define, so to define the function. Okay, so here we need to use function keyword, and also this uh, JavaScript is a case sensitive. Okay, so you cannot use a capital F. Okay, means you cannot use capital F. This will throw the error. You can see here if you are running, so you can see function that is unexpected identifier that is saying. So okay, so here we need to use small letter, means small function keyword we need to use. Okay, so function keyword we need to use to declare the function, to define the function. Okay, so here what is the function, so any name should be there. So here name, what is the name? Function name, whatever the name you want. So here we have used the function keyword, and what is the function name? We are adding the number. Okay, so we have named na like a double d add. So function keyword we need to use and function name. Okay, so like that in the previous videos, that how to declare the variable. So we need to use a let keyword or where keyword or constant keyword and variable name, so that is, that value will be hold. So same like that we are declaring the function, we need to use a function keyword and then function name. Okay, you need to add, and then we need to pass parameter 1, parameter 2, parameter 3, parameter 4 as per your requirement. You can add here as per your requirement. You can pass 1 parameter, you can pass 2 parameter, you can pass 3 parameter, you can pass 4 parameter, you can pass 5, 6, 7, whatever the requirement. As per your requirement you can pass the multiple parameters here. Okay, so here we are passing only two parameters. We can pass here number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. As per your requirement you can pass. So here we are adding two numbers, between two numbers, so that we have used two parameter here. Okay, So you can understand here that if we are declaring the function, so we need to use function keyword. Then we need to define a function name, and then braces parenthesis will be start, and inside the parenthesis we can add a parameter, or without parameter also we can declare. That is not needed, that you can that is not compulsory that you need to pass the parameter. Okay, without parameter as well you can define the function like that. Suppose here is passing, we are two numbers. Okay, so that is, we are that indicating that we are passing the values. Okay, but I don't want to pass the values here. So here we can define function, if you want cti function add. Okay, yeah, name, sorry, name. Okay, so here function name is name. Okay, and we are not passing any parameter, and returning what is the name, return, return name, Ramlalji, Ramlalji, Ramlalji. Okay, so once this will call. Okay, this name will call, some people C O N S here, control C, control V, here name. Okay, we are calling name. Okay, and then here comment this. Okay, comment this, and now you can see it will return Ramlalji. You can find here we are consoling name. Name means we are calling the name function. Okay, means a function when it called then it will execute, otherwise it will not execute. So we called and function. Okay, and that value, what is the value returned? Ramlalji. So we are finding a Ramlalji. So, okay, and suppose if we do not call the function, it will not execute. It will define, it will declare by the JavaScript executor that yes, there is a name, but if you are not calling, so that will not execute. So we need to call. Okay, so that is the function name. Name is called, and this is return Ramlalji. So here will Ramlalji. So that console.log printing Ramlalji. Okay, so without parameter you can also define the function. Okay, so you can give the function as a parameterized, and in the parameter you can add multiple parameter. Okay, and here you can also, without parameter you can define the very function. Okay, but that is the mandatory, a function keyword, function name, parenthesis, and then curly braces, start and close. Okay, also the return statement is not required if you do not want. Okay, and that the function should return anything, so that is also not required return. You can add here console console dot log. Okay, and here print ram lal g. Okay, so you can call the function. Okay, this is the calling c, sorry, CALLING, calling function. Okay, so you can, here we are calling a name. Okay, and that will execute, and this will print, this is printing. Okay, that Ramlalji. Okay, but in the previously we are returning the values, and that was where that value was printing. Okay, so this is the calling. Okay, how to call, that is a calling, that is the function definition, and that is the calling function. Okay, so you can define the function using parameterize, or you can define the function without parameter. Okay, and how to call the function like that. Okay, and so means what is the parameter is not mandatory. Okay, once you are declaring the function. Okay, I are defining the function, or there is no mandatory that you should return every time. Okay, as per your requirement you can return the values. Okay, so here there are two things that is not mandatory. This is a return statement, or also that is a parameter. Here you can see that without parameterize we are declaring the function. Okay, and here parameterize we are declaring the function. Also here without the return statement we are using the function. I do not want to return anything by this name function. Okay, so that is uh, also using without return. That return statement is not mandatory. Here we are returning whatever the value we have added. That result we are returning, we are capturing by the calling the method here. Okay, so that you can see without parameterize also we can declare the function. With parameterize also we can declare the function. A function can return the values also. I can return the whatever the result you want to return by the function. Okay, and without return statement also you can declare or define the function. Okay, so here that is saying a function, a function name, okay, and then parameter, and then statement code of means whatever the statement do you want, and then you want to return, so you can return as per your requirement. Okay, so here there can be two syntax. First you can use parameterize, also you can like that, that will be like that syntax. Function name, syntax, function name without parameter, function function, function, then function name function, function name. Okay, and then parenthesis start, block start, and that is the statements, statements. Okay, that is statements, statements, whatever the statement you want. So that is also syntax, okay, without parameterize, and that is also syntax that is a parameterize. Okay, and here that can be multiple syntax here. You want like that, so that is the here, and return whatever the values. Okay, return return whatever the values you want. Okay, so that is also syntax. That here that is the parameterized syntax, and we can declare multiple syntax also. Okay, multiple, but the use case, basic things you need to understand the use case. Okay, so already I have discussed. Okay, so no problem. Okay, so now here a function name, parameter 1, parameter 2, statements, and then you can return. Okay, and without parameterize you can use function name, and there is no parameter and the statements. Okay, and also without parameterize you can return anything. Okay, without return also you can use. Okay, if you are using parameters or without parameters. Okay, so now you can see here. Okay, so here we are using without parameters, and we don't want to return anything. Here we want parameters and want to return any value, whatever the result is that. Okay, so like that. Okay, so here also we have explained a hello function, a name, whatever the value, hello name, and we are calling here function a programmer. So that programmer value will be here, and then hello name, what is the value, programmer. So hello programmer you have used first functions. Okay, so that will be result. Okay, so uh, that is the syntax, and that is the example that you need to use function. Then function name can be anything, and then parameter can be one parameter, can be two parameter, can be three. As per your requirement you can add parameter. Okay, and now that is the return statement here, and also console.log we are calling hello function. This function is calling here, and whatever the parameter we are passing a programmer. Okay, so programmer will here value will be called, and then here will be replace programmer, and then here hello programmer you have used first function, like that. Okay, so I will explain more with examples in next video. Okay, I will explain whatever the more and more with examples. Okay, this is a theoretical part, you need to understand. That is the basic parts. If you are a beginner you need to understand that. Okay, Now here, why function is needed? Why function is needed? Okay, the function, that is the definition of a block of code that when called the function that will execute a block of code that performs specific task, a block of code that we need to reuse. So we need to define the function. Okay, so like that. But why? So here it is saying a function can be used multiple times, reducing redundancy. A break down complex problem into manageable piece. Manage complexity by hiding implementation details. Can call themselves to solve the recursive problem. Okay, means that is saying that same code we need to suppose recursively, means that same code calling again and again. So there is a program, okay, that called recursively. So I will discuss. Okay, no problem. So here that is the point, how to call that trigger by event, suppose click button or whatever the that how to call that when explicitly call JavaScript automatically executed. Here what we are saying, we are explicitly calling here the function, and suppose here we are calling explicitly, means we are forcing. Here we are giving the method name, function name, then it will call. But I want that there is a button here that is a run. So same like that is run, so anything is performing, not like that in the background. So here suppose I want to call this method on the button. Okay, so you can, we will write the code in the HTML. Okay, and there will be create HTML button. Okay, and on the button we will on click that we can bind the name. So on click the name method will be called, and then result the console will be print. Okay, so like that I will once the JavaScript related code is completed, JavaScript related discussion is completed, then we'll start the with HTML, how to call, how to bind the JavaScript code with HTML. Okay, so that is saying trigger by event, button click by user. Explicitly we call. So here we are explicitly calling. Okay, automatically will be executed. So that is the function here, and here you can say calling without calling it will execute. Here we have stopped, you have removed the calling function, so also it will execute. Okay, so that is saying, okay, that is the syntax, huh? Okay. Where is that? Okay, there is also one more syntax. Okay, so that is indicating. Okay, with this explicitly it will call. Okay, so that is, this is automatically calling na Ramlal ji. Okay, we are not calling anywhere. You can see here, suppose I think you would have confused. Okay, that might be somewhere you are calling. So here you can see we are not calling anywhere. Okay, here we are not calling, but it will, here clear it runs. So that is executing, that is that output is running. So that is saying automatically executed self-invoking functions called is self-invoking. Okay, but way is different. Okay, here we are close and start parenthesis, and here and earlier what was that, there is not needed here. So this will need to call. Okay, here this will need to call. So that is the explicit call. Okay, and if we remove, that will not execute. So we need to pass this here. Okay, so that is the self-invoking, called self-invoking. Okay, so like that. Okay, so that is the bullet points you need to remember. Okay, uh, that what is the use case, why function code is needed. Also we have a bullet point, we have mentioned that. Okay, and how to call the function. So you can call by buttons on the click event. Okay, on the whatever the event that triggered event, on the basis of that, just button click, search on the input that you can use. And explicitly we are calling also. Automatically also we have checked that how to call explicitly. Okay, automatically. So that is the based on requirement. Okay, so how many, so that is the 34 minutes. It's duration time of this video is 30 to 4 minutes, so I think this is a too long video. Okay, but no problem. Here JavaScript function method. Okay, a function is a reusable block of code that is a bullet points you can remember. Okay, and that is the syntax, how to declare the function. Okay, and how to use that function. Okay, and what is the why function is needed, and here that is the bullet point how to call the function, how many ways that we can call. So we can call the on the basis of event, we can call explicitly by forcing. Okay, and we can call automatically. Okay, so that is the basics points of the function, that how to declare, what is the purpose of function, and what is the use case. Okay, so that's all. Okay, if you have any questions related to that, okay, so you can add in the comment box. Okay, and if the video is helpful for you, so you can like and you can share with your colleagues. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much. Bye.